Hey guys, what's up? This is Powerman Saberwall, and today we are going to be talking about how the 2020 to 2021 school year went during COVID.
It's cold like cause it's cold outside and I don't know why I'm just living.
Okay, so what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and you guys already know what we're talking about. And guys, this is my first podcast. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another upload. I know I upload on Fridays, but sometimes I upload on other days, and you guys wouldn't want to miss that, right? Anyway, so basically this is how the school year went for me. Honestly, I thought it was a great school year, mostly because I was able to wake up right before school started. I didn't have to, change and go through such a process just to get ready for school. And also, nothing really else. But yeah, it was kind of nice to have school at 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock, and from 9 to 3 instead of 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And instead of 90 minutes for 4 classes, depending on the day, we had 50 minutes for each class. It's like a dream. I know what you guys are gonna say. Not 90 minutes, not 45 minutes. Yeah, let's just say it wasn't a public school. It isn't a public school, correction. Yeah. So, basically, last year. So when this all started the week after spring. So the week after spring break, me and my sister and I were invited to Google Classrooms. I remember seeing an email or something saying that we weren't gonna go to school. And we picked up our Chromebooks. Back then there was one Chromebook the family needed. One Chromebook per family, which sucked, but it was fine because it wasn't actually class. Basically the way it worked last year was it was all asynchronous for the whole time, but once a week there's gonna be a Zoom just to see how everyone's doing and everything. But for the most part it was asynchronous, and that's basically how it went. Nothing too crazy there. But this year, honestly, this year was awesome, mostly because I knew how to do stuff this year. Sometimes there was lagging, but other than that, this year was really fun. Yeah. Anyway, so now it's before. Yeah. So before I just voice cracked anyway. Before the school started, we filled out a Google form to say what we needed, and each family was able to pick up what they needed. And I finished school yesterday, so so I have to return it today. Sorry, I'm recording this on Thursday, not Friday. Anyway, so yeah, we have to bring our stuff back, but that's at the end of the school year. Now we're talking about the beginning. Anyway, so after picking up our stuff, we kind of got it all set up and everything, connected it to Wi-Fi, and yeah. And we had a lot of asynchronous days. Sometimes we even had holidays. And there was also February's. I live in Austin, so yeah, February affected us a lot. That's a story, but that's a story for another time. I might make that next. I might make a story. I might make that podcast next Friday, but let's focus on what we're on right now. Anyway, so yeah, I was thinking that this was all gonna be asynchronous, and then I find out how it was actually gonna work. At first, I was like, "Oh my god, I do not want to wake up at 8 a.m." honestly, but then I knew that we were gonna go from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I was able to get my schedule through Skyward. the grading system we use. Like everyone has somewhere where they get online grades from. Omaxa Centers, Skyward are just two of them. Anyway, so yeah, we were able to get our schedule. I was able to get my schedule from there, and they made a Google Sheet for us to get our Zoom links, and yeah. So at the beginning, I was using my Chromebook. I was using the Chromebook for one reason, mostly one reason. Webcam. And as you guys can see now, I do have a webcam. And school's the reason I got it, because the Chromebook was crappy, and one of my teachers try to fix the Chromebook, try to fix it. I mean, and stuff happened, so that week where I had to go somewhere, so I wouldn't be able to make it on Monday. Yeah. On that following Monday, because I went there on the Friday, right? And when I went there, it was basically what happened was that the IT guy wasn't there, even though I called the day before that. I mean, and then I was able to get webcam. So yeah, and basically, class has been going great. Other than the fact that we've had so many tests with map testing, we've had Mockstar, SLO tests. Oh wait, SLO tests were at the end of the year. Yeah. Anyway, Mockstar is basically star ready. For those who know, we called it star ready back in my other school. It's basically and the star test is Texas's state test, like. You know how, like, New York has regions, for example. California, they don't have one anymore, I've heard. Anyway. Yeah, it was our state mandated test. I remember that Minnesota had one too, I just forgot the name. I think it was the Minnesota Comprehension Assessment. Yeah. I think that's what my friend told me. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So, yeah, we had a lot of testing. We came into school. But, I mean, they were all bad. But the fun part about it was asynchronous. So that was fun. I mean, sometimes it was, on the Star Week, this is how we did it. So the beginning of the day was asynchronous. And then after lunch, it was regular schedule. But, yeah, so yeah. And on the 2 days that we had start testing, since we did on April 6th, which was all asynchronous, and then you guys saw my short for, I think you guys saw my YouTube short for ELA and math. So yeah, I had those tests, and it was asynchronous and regular schedule. So yeah, asynchronous during the beginning of the day, and regular schedule during the 2 periods after lunch. Anyway, it was kind of nice. I mean, a full asynchronous week would have been nice, but you know. And this is what I did that whole week. I just slept until 11:45 or whenever I got up. I ate. I literally went downstairs, ate my lunch, and then was waiting for class to start. And yeah, that's how it went. And then I did all my asynchronous work too. But I had to get to school early on Thursday and Friday because those were my star testing days. So yeah. Anyway, enough about testing. So yeah. So basically for our Mockstar and our... Oh yeah, I don't think I fully explained what Mockstar was. It's basically the way we practice for star. Anyway, so yeah. So we did Mockstar, and during the Mockstar and map tests, this is how it went. So you go to a break. So it was either A, we did it during every class we had, or B, we spent the day doing it. We had a morning group and then an afternoon group. Where the morning group, everyone in the morning group would log in to to uh map testing, and then after that it would be the afternoon group, and that's how it would continue on. And if you had to make up anything, you did. That's basically how it went. Sounds easy, right? Well, I guess it wasn't. It was nice because asynchronous. And then we had SLO tests, and basically how regular days went was we always had ELA and math, social studies on from Monday through Wednesday, and on Thursday it was Spanish, Friday it was PE. Oh yeah. Honestly, we didn't have that many Fridays. We didn't have school. Most of the time Fridays was off, or we only did PE sometimes because we had to do other things like learn and tests in PE. So, and sometimes we actually did PE. But yeah. Yeah. PE wasn't that helpful this year, mostly because we didn't do a lot of it. Anyway, so yeah. It's already been 11 minutes in the video, huh? Nice. I'm having fun recording this and talking about how school went this year. Anyway, so yeah. That's basically how Fridays were. Anyway, so yeah. And then after social studies, or PE, or Spanish, however you want to say it, we had lunch. And then after lunch, Monday and Friday were my PLTW class, or I guess you could, I don't know if you could call it STEM, but project lead, the way I think it was what it was called, or you could probably call it STEM, because that was technically what teaching, STEM, I guess, STEM, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and then at the end we'd either have ELA lab, which is basically another 50 minutes of ELA, or math lab, which isn't, another 50 minutes of math from what you would hear. I mean, it was, I guess, nice. I don't know. Yeah, for us in 7th grade, we really didn't have to, but I have a friend in 8th grade, and he said this. He said that he had the same lab teacher for math, but for ELA, it was either his teacher was his teacher, and his lab teacher was my teacher, my ELA teacher. Can you believe that? Yeah. That's yeah, he's been in the school since 6th grade, so he basically already knows her. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically how it went, really. But there are probably some other things, like sometimes we had to talk about stuff like bullying. So most of the time on Monday, the teacher would ask us, how are we doing, but yeah. Sometimes we'd spend time in class chatting, and it was kind of fun, honestly. This year was honestly kind of fun. And I didn't actually have that many computer issues, except sometimes I'd lag because of Wi-Fi. But that hasn't really been happening recently since, Wi-Fi is good now, so it hasn't really been happening recently. On a related note, my ping is like in the 40s and 20s. Rarely it's in the 20s, but usually it's in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So yeah, that's nice, honestly. But yeah, that was on a related note. Anyway, the school year was fun, and I'm really gonna miss my teachers because, I might not see them next year. I might see them, but I'm not gonna have them, and you guys probably know, having your teachers and seeing them in the hall are totally different things. Yeah, there have been some times where I didn't like school. There were some times where I wanted an asynchronous day, and sometimes where I didn't want an asynchronous day because it was getting too boring. I wish they had done it like this, where sometimes in a week they could just give us asynchronous, so people would have a break, type of break, and then after that, on most days it would be regular schedule. Like if it was a mix, then I think I would honestly love that, because I want to see people's faces, but at the same time, sometimes I don't want to show up to class. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we did have asynchronous because of I don't know. I'm not sure how I forgot how parent teacher conferences went. Anyway, yeah. Sometimes we had asynchronous days from the school. Sometimes we had asynchronous days because the teachers had to do something, and yeah, nice, I guess. But yeah, yeah, I honestly made a lot of friends this year. I mean, it was kind of nice. I was able to email people, yeah, I made a lot of friends this year, honestly, with new kids. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of nice. I'm saying new kids because I was here since 6th grade, so, and some people in my class that were there last year, but I've just never really met and never got to know. And yeah. So, wait, why is this on? Sorry, something was on my phone, and I do not know why that was on, but for some reason, Do Not Disturb was on, even though I never set it on. And I must have accidentally done something. Anyway, yeah, so that's really how the year went. It was nice. Sometimes there were technological problems, so we got to waste a lot of time in class, and I just spent that time on YouTube, and just doing something. I mean, during the end of the year, whenever, we were in breakout rooms, I guess. We were in breakout rooms, right? And I just spent that time watching YouTube because everyone was quiet, everyone was doing their own thing. And, yeah, I mean, it was kind of nice at the end of the year. This week was really great, especially since our assignments, grading honestly stopped last week. But, yeah. I'm really going to miss my teachers having them. I know I already said that again, but I can't say that enough, because they were really fun to have. It was a pleasure having them, all of them. Sometimes I didn't like going to school, but most of the time it was nice. Sometimes I wanted a break. Most of the time it was like nice to see my teachers, I guess. And having nice teachers, having great friends, it's all a blessing. And also having great Wi-Fi, because without good Wi-Fi, then you'd be the one with technological problems. But I mean, it was kind of nice when other people had technological problems, because I would just spend that time, that quote unquote wasted class time, valuable class time, just doing whatever I wanted. Yeah. Sometimes there was a problem with Zoom, with people joining Zoom. Sometimes there was a problem with this. Sometimes there was a problem with that. And yeah. Honestly, the school year was fun, especially since I wasn't always that kid that held everyone back. Sometimes I was the kid that came in late because I overslept. And one thing I'm gonna miss from online learning is that having to wake up early to go to school. And yeah. Also, I'm gonna miss having to, change and go through a whole routine, because usually I just wake up, use the restroom, brush my teeth, and then I'm off to class. Sometimes I have breakfast, sometimes I don't, depending on the time. Sometimes it's 8:50. I use the restroom, go to class, brush later. Yeah. And I really never change, because I just don't see a point to just change. I'll just do it later when I shower. So yeah, that's how my school year went in a nutshell. I wouldn't say a nutshell, because I spent a long time doing this video. How did your guys' school year go this year? I'd really like to know. Put in the comments down below. And also put in the comments another podcast I should do, or if you have another video suggestion for me. And yeah, and if you guys want me to talk about my experience during the snowstorm, because I have a story. I have a big story in it. And this might have been boring, but that one is probably going to be a hoot. Honestly, that's what I think. Yeah. So yeah. Peace out, guys, and until next time. See ya. Bye.